Our breaking news. As I said, we've got some breaking news on our watch. SABC News reporting, former President Jacob Zuma has been expelled from the ANC. Fresh reporting now from Samkele Maseko, SABC News political reporter. Samkele, what more are we learning at this hour?
A very good evening to you, Blaine. What we are learning is that the ANC's National Disciplinary Committee of Appeals has recommended the expulsion of former President Jacob Zuma after he failed to appear virtually in the ANC's disciplinary hearing. We also do know that this is a recommendation at this point in time. It still needs to be, a decision of the ANC's National Disciplinary Committee is binding, and the former president in the letter he has about 21 days to appeal this particular verdict. We did ask some members of the ANC's National Disciplinary Committee, and they were unwilling to comment on this particular matter. I'm just going to go to the actual letter itself. It starts with the background and what informs the former president. It goes to count one, which is basically that you are guilty of contravening Rule 2517.4 of the ANC Constitution, acting on behalf of or collaboration with political organization or party, either than an organization or party in alliance with the ANC in a manner contrary to the aims, policies, and objectives of the ANC. That was count one. And it goes on to count two, which is Rule 2517.13 of the ANC Constitution, which reads, joining or supporting a political organization or party other than an organization in alliance with the ANC in a manner contrary to the aims, objectives, and policies of the ANC. Those are the two counts that the former president was basically being charged at in the African National Congress. They go back to their narration of the events since the 16th of December 2023, where he publicly endorsed the MK party and how he has subsequently turned his back on the governing party. So, in essence, the ANC's NDC makes the following ruling. The disciplinary hearing of the charged member will be held virtually on a virtual platform, which was supposed to take place on the 23rd of July at 10 o'clock, and he opted to be represented by Tony Yengeni. It reads that Comrade Tony Yengeni was not available to attend the pre-hearing conference on Thursday, 18th of July. The NDC sent the following communique to Tony Yengeni. Let me fast forward and go to the actual verdict that the ANC's National Disciplinary has decided on. The NDC finding. Right. The charged member is found guilty of contravening Rule 25.17.17.4 of the ANC Constitution. Read with the subsection 2 of the prejudicing the integrity or reputation of the organization by acting in collaboration with a registered political party with the MK party, which is not in alliance with the ANC in a manner contrary to the aims, policies, and objectives of the ANC. The charged member is expelled from the ANC. The charged member has the right to appeal the National Disciplinary Committee of Appeal within 21 days. So basically, the former president can go to the NDCA of the African National Congress to appeal this particular judgment. Right. At this point in time, it is a draft. It has not yet been fully finalized and has not yet been fully communicated with the ANC's officials or ANC structures. But what we do know is that the former president could not appear virtually because he did complain of a network issue out in Nkandla. Right. He did opt to be represented by Tony Yengeni, whom as well opted out of the meeting of the NDC of the hearing when it took place last week due to problems of network connection. So effectively, right, the former president at this point in time has been preliminarily expelled from the governing party upon finalization or official communication of these particular letters. We did speak to some members of the ANC's National Disciplinary Committee of Appeals, and some of them just basically said, what do you take us for? We can't be confirming ANC communication with journalists at this point in time.
Do we know that this decision has been communicated to the former president?
At this point in time, I cannot comment on that particular issue. To be frank, I do not know at this point in time. I was just communicating with the ANC's, some of the people I saw attached to this particular communication. I was communicating with them. I've not yet reached out to Nhlamulo Ndlela, the spokesperson of the MK party. I've not yet reached out to Tony Yengeni. I will definitely, after this particular phone call Tony Yengeni and find out whether such communication has been communicated with him as the elected representative of former President Jacob Zuma within this particular hearing within the ANC.
Given your reporting on this, Samkele, do you have any indication, or did you receive any indication that this would be appealed? Is there a possible appeal to follow?
Definitely, there would be an appeal to follow, because former President Jacob Zuma has maintained that he will die a member of the African National Congress. He holds dual membership of the ANC and the MK party. He formed the MK party to rescue the ANC from the clutches of the current president of the African National Congress, Cyril Ramaphosa, who is perceived as pushing neoliberal policies that are aligned with the capitalist class within the country. Whether that's true or not, that is the political rhetoric that is touted by former President Jacob Zuma and his supporters. As you know, that politics is a political theater of political theatrics and rhetoric. And one will say that it will definitely be an issue that the former president will take up. He may decide to appeal this particular verdict, and it also may be deliberated in the highest decision-making body of the governing party that will be taking stock of what happened in the elections, and particularly knowing that the MK party that former President Jacob Zuma endorsed single-handedly dipped the ANC under 50% in the country, because no other political formation can claim that they are responsible for dipping the ANC under 50%. Right. The Moonshot Pact can't claim that. They dismally failed. You go to the Economic Freedom Fighters, they did not perform as well, so they can't claim to have dipped the ANC under 50%. It is the MK party that took about 1.8 million votes of the African National Congress, right, and evidently dipped them under 50%. So an appeal may be on the cards by former President Jacob Zuma. As he has said, he will die a member of the ANC.
Oh, all right, Sam, we'll let you go and work your sources. If there's any fresh developments, come back to us. We'll get you on air immediately, get the viewers the very latest. I'm K.Mzansi, the political SABC News political reporter. All right.